Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the English Conversation Seminar 1. We're back. It's Friday and we're going to have fun. Hopefully, you will consider having lots of fun today. Today's topic is really extremely important. You need to consider this topic for your own good. But before we go to today's topic, we're going to talk about this homework. You have homework that is called Technical Vocabulary and Grammar. It's been posted. It was open by 8 a.m. So you have it on your platform, on your Canvas platform. And you should be ready to start working with this one. But if you notice, this homework says you are going to answer it with your respective couple in pairs. The book assignment is from a book I extracted from different chapters. This book is from Nick Brigger and Alison Paul. It's called Technical Vocabulary and Grammar. And so it's from Summertown Publishing. And the topics that were selected are about productivity and information technology, the easiest ones. Later on, we're gonna do more with vocabulary and stuff like this. This type of exercises, assignments, tasks, homeworks, these types are kind of similar like your old English courses that you have a few pages from a book and then you're ready to answer them. Okay, so first question, in pairs. Professor, we're gonna work in pairs? Yes, you are gonna work in pairs, but hold on. You have already been chosen. I'm gonna show you. I have you here in people. First question, can you see my screen? What I'm showing from Canvas? Can anybody answer to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I can see.
Thanks. Thank you. So I have you selected here in the 2020 couples. And you can see that you already have groups. And it's about 11 couples. So you have your own couple. You can go to your Canvas platform and see your name. For example, if I click here, you have already a couple, Maria Fernanda and Agustin are one of the couples. And so we'll see the next one. It's Connie and Manuel. Manuel, you're here, you're present. So your couple is Connie. And so on. It goes like that. Myself, your professor, I selected the couples, not you. So here it's supposed to be like 3 people, but it's because there was an extra student. So it's Carmen. Carmen, you're here. Adriana, you're also here. And Daniel Ulises. So you're the only group of 3 people. So hopefully you're gonna work good. I hope so. If one of the 3 doesn't work, because I'm thinking that Ulises might not be working, just let me know, okay? Whenever you have these couple assignments. Later on, you're gonna have assignments with 3 or 4 people, but this time it's couples. Couple number 4, that's Eduardo Asael. Asael, you're here, and Diana Laura. So you are a couple for this type of assignments. Carlos Ivan Romero and Ramon Gil. So you are another couple, and so on. Couple number 6, Roman and Jasmine. Couple number 7, Maria and Hadnael. Couple number 8. Each shows here like if it was 3 people, but it's actually 2. It's Benjamin and Ana Maria. There's a double Benjamin here. I didn't really know which one is the one that is working when I was working on making the couples. So I had to add the 2. But it's only Anna and Benjamin. So that's another one. Couple number 9 is Alejandro and Abel. Couple number 10 is Juan Pedro and Gilberto. And finally, last but not least, couple number 11, Valeria and Gabriela. All right. So, yes, you have been set in couples. So we're talking about one of the assignments. So let's see which assignment we're talking about. So that was what we call the workbook, which is not really a workbook, but it's just an extraction of the one of the books that I'm using. Okay, so we're gonna go and see this file. When you click on it, it downloads to your computer, but you can also watch it from here. If you don't want to download it, you can go to the home page, and it's kind of at the end here. This is the part of the workbook. Final exercise for Unit 1 book PDF. Because you're gonna be asking, where is it? Okay, so if you just wanna look at it from your computer and you don't want to download it, you can just go and click on it from here. So it talks about production. The first pages, every time, they're going to be explaining on the first pages. And then there is the introduction to vocabulary. For example, here, factory, layout, plant, site, unit, and workshop. For process, there is assembly, batch, component, convert, effectiveness, and so on. So if you want to learn more about those, when they don't explain all of the what the word actually means, you can go and look it up at a dictionary. For example, if you don't know what assembly means, this word over here under process, then you can just go and click on it on one dictionary. There is thousands of dictionary pages on through the internet. So you can just go and select one of those and you will be perfectly fine. So if you continue looking at this assignment, so you're gonna find section number C, study the productivity conceptual model below. And it's telling you to go and take a look at the tree that is here below. And if you go and take a look at that, I'm gonna select this. If you take a look at this, it's asking you, and that's what I shows that you will work in pairs, because you need another person to guide you or to start the actual conversation. And if you just work alone, there's not enough earning of the knowledge. So here you have, for example, you need to take a look at these materials and equipment, people, attitudes, skills, knowledge, systems, management process. These all are the roots and they are part of the inputs. So the process, then the outputs will be increased volume, reduced costs, improved services, and everything combined is the productivity conceptual model. So it's asking you to take a look at it and continue working. So while you're at that, you need to continue working with it, and it's gonna ask you then the actual task. Once you understood what productivity is, then every section in this homework will have tasks. That's the actual assignment. So the first part is telling you match the words that go together and then complete the sentence below. So for example, it gives us the word quality. So if we go and check for that, from the 8 options over there below, we can try to look if one of them is related to quality or if there's another option, because we have quality, finished, industrial, production, large scale, assembly, raw, productivity, material, manager, lines, process, levels, control, products, and manufacturing. And we need to see if anyone has the answer for those 8 assignments. Improved has led to higher efficiency in production. What do you think it will be? So we don't know. Okay, nobody's participating. The manufacture of paper is an nobody's answering. Probably nobody's here. Okay. Crude oil is the basic for the plastic industry. No one? Okay. Increase have reduced the number of manufacturing workers.
What's it?
Yes, Carmen, maybe. The large warehouse is used to store, waiting for delivery. Large food manufacturers are used in production. The company begins in a simple room, but has now developed into the manufacturing process is the responsibility of the. So I'm gonna help you here, or not? Should I? Yes, no, maybe. Okay, so I'm gonna choose just one. So, for example, you're gonna answer something like in here. Crude oil is the basic material for the plastic industry, and that's it. And I will actually prefer for raw material, but the basic raw material. I will use this one and this one, those two. Because it's actually raw, very raw. Okay, so that's sort of like an example of what you're supposed to be doing. You need to answer back all of those questions. If you continue looking at the assignments, then it has a section that you need to keep completing the sentences and so on. But that's not the only one. You have a second assignment for production. And then if you continue going down, there is another task section, but you're gonna go to the other part, information technology. So it's about 4 different sections in this homework. You again have a week to complete the task, and it's done in couples. Okay, any questions about the couples work? No? Yes? Uh-huh. Okay. So there's a question here in the chat section.
Oh.
It says no. No, there is no question, Gilberto. All right, then. So then we're gonna go and start with the class. I hope that you might be interested in this. So just let me know when you can see the projection of this, please. Can everybody see the projection now? Carmen? Ramon? Hello? Can you see the projection?
Yes.
Okay, Juan Pedro, thank you very much. Manage speaking anxiety. Anxiety. Okay, take a look at this picture. The person in there, in the background. What do you think he's doing? From the picture, what do you think he's doing?
Speaking
Yes,
with the
probably
audience.
speaking in front of an audience. Correct, Carmen. Speaking in front of an audience, but can you describe his feelings by looking at his face? Can you describe what's happening? What's going on with him? Maybe?
He's scared.
He's
He doesn't want to talk with them.
Yes, he probably doesn't want to talk to them. He's probably too scared to talk. He is nervous. He might be feeling ill, sick. Have you ever experienced something like this? I'm asking a question to the group. Has anybody of you experienced something like this? So there's panic, says Gilberto. Have you ever experienced something like this, people? Okay, let's start asking. So Alejandro, have you ever experienced anxiety when you are about to present, to oral speak, verbally speaking, orally speaking to the audience? Alejandro?
Maybe.
Maybe. Can you think of an example? Maybe if you are presenting something, some topic in front of your classmates, you already know them. You have been a classmate to them for about 3 years and a little more than that. But what about presenting? Let's think about presenting some topic to a group of people that you don't know. Let's, for instance, think that you are going to present a topic to 10 people from 10 different companies. There is a company fair happening here in Moctezuma, where you live, Alejandro. And you, as a professional engineer, you are interested in offering some product to them. Will you feel okay to present to them? Will you not feel nervous? Would you not feel your hands shaking? Your voice cracking? How will you feel? Let's ask another person. Okay, so I'm gonna choose now Juan Pedro. Juan Pedro, if you were into that situation where you have to present to 10 people that are professionals, you have never met them before, but you have to present a topic to them, will you feel nervous? Would you feel the anxiety? What do you think, Juan Pedro? And Alex, you can still participate. All right, whenever someone is supposed to be present and is not present, it's missing the opportunity. All right, maybe not, okay? So remember that this class is called Conversation Seminar. It's about participating here. Okay, then, so we have to continue with the topic. So the outline for today's topic is we're gonna talk about initial considerations. Social anxiety disorder is considered as a disorder from the mind. Getting ready, the day of the presentation, a positive experience, stemming from careful preparation and additional considerations. So that's about this. So, initial considerations. Let's take a look at this. Let's go. Oh, I went the next one. Glossophobia. Glossophobia. What's glossophobia? That's a new word, isn't it? Glossophobia is the fear of public speaking. Everybody can experience this, glossophobia. It's a fear to speak in public. It is the single most common phobia. It is the most common fear. If you're feeling that right now because you have to speak in English, okay. So you feel related to this topic, the fear to speak in public. Look at these statistics. Approximately 75% of people experience this. So you're not alone. You are not alone in your fear. You cannot eliminate your fear. That's the problem, isn't it? You cannot eliminate it. But you can manage and reduce it. So here we're going to talk about how to manage this fear, how to lose your glossophobia. And technically speaking, and psychologically speaking, this is actually an anxiety disorder. This is called anxiety disorder. Whenever you're going to speak in public, and if you feel like shaking, blushing when your face turns red, a pounding heart, then the quivering voice, I cannot speak. Okay, that's the quivering voice. Shortness of breath, dizziness, like you feel like you're gonna faint, and an upset stomach. Your stomach is actually feeling it, and you feel like you're getting very sick. So that's why it's called a social anxiety disorder. You might experience a few of these, or maybe all of them. So we need to take a look on how to cure your anxiety disorder. Okay, so what do we do? We're gonna see, we're gonna take a look about 30 different steps. The first one, to overcome your anxiety disorder or your glossophobia, will be about getting ready. These are the first 10 that you're seeing on this page. The first one is about choosing. Choose the topic. If you are able to choose it, if the professors are not involved, or if there is no one else that will let you choose, but you have the option to choose the topic, that's the first step to overcome your anxiety. Choose a topic that interests you. And at the beginning, the second step is about preparing. Everything starts with that preparation. Prepare carefully. Know your material. You need to know what you are about to speak. You need to know your material. And something that we have talked about before, practice. Practice. Rehearse your talk. And it's a good thing to do it with a friend. Practice with a friend. That will be a great option and great opportunity for you to overcome your fears. Okay, so far we have been taking a look at choose your topic, prepare, practice. Practice makes it perfect, but not just the perfect presentation. It makes you feel more confident with the information and with yourself. Know your audience. Know your audience in advance. To whom are you going to be speaking? Challenge. Challenge negative thinking. How can we challenge negative thinking? 3 times 5 cards. So those cards, guidance card that you can actually take with you when you are presenting some topic, but write on them positive thoughts, positive thoughts, positive thinkings. Like what? Maybe you can write something like, don't worry, you're gonna be good. You're good. You can do this. Don't worry. For example, I was giving the example of presenting a topic to 10 different people, professionals, and I gave the example to Alejandro and Juan Pedro. So probably you can write on your card something like, Alejandro, be confident. You got this. Those are phrases, positive sentences, positive thoughts. You can also ask your friends, have friends write some positive thoughts, inspirational thoughts for you. You can ask some friends, and that will help you overcome your fear. It may sound different to you because you haven't tried this. These are advices for you to overcome your fear. Then there's another one here. Expect. What will you expect from it? Expect positive reactions. Don't think too much about, oh, they're not going to understand me. They are going to ask me something that I don't know. No. Wait. Expect positive reactions. When you have prepared and practiced and you really know the topic, you should expect a positive reactions from your audience. Know the room. If you haven't been in that room, in that space that you're going to present, go in advance, visit the space, visit your speaking space before you start speaking. Employ aerobic exercise strategies. Daily aerobic exercises can cut anxiety by 50%. Aerobic exercises are those that you work with your heart. When you exercise a lot and you're breathing, and it's actually helpful, very helpful. And it said that it can reduce your anxiety by 50%. Those exercises are not just aerobic. There are exercises recommended just for the mind. Those exercises that you will stretch yourself before even start speaking. Or you can do exercises like something like this when you're going to prepare your mind, set your mind, work your mind up so that you will feel that the anxiety, it starts lowering and you start feeling the confidence in you. And there's another recommendation here for eating. Eat for success foods. You should be careful on what you're eating before you present a topic. The recommendation is to eat foods that contain tryptophan, dairy products, turkey, salmon, those that will help you reduce anxiety. There is food that will help you when you are presenting, but it's before you start presenting. Complex carbohydrates, like these ones that we just mentioned, and please try not to eat caffeine. So that's something that we mistake. We made a mistake when we are presenting something and we think that, I'm gonna drink caffeine, I'm gonna drink coffee, or some drinks that have caffeine because I want to feel awake. Yes, caffeine gives you that sensation of feeling awake, but it can also upset your stomach when you are feeling the anxiety. So it is not recommended to eat caffeine, sweets, or empty calories, those that we call junk food. So try not to eat those. Try to avoid those foods that are not good for you. Sleep. Sleep is the best option that you have there. You need to sleep before. Sleep for success. Know and get the number of hours of sleep you need for optimal performance. You already know this. You need to sleep at least about 7 hours, and you will have a great performance because your brain will be in the best set. Okay? So those are the 10 first advices, but that was about preparing. It was about choosing the topic. It was about knowing the topic, expecting positive outcomes, eat good food, but there is also more. The day that you're presenting, eat several hours before the talk, not immediately before. because you want to have your stomach feeling good, feeling okay. Dress for success. Dress comfortably and appropriately for the situation. Look your best. Do you remember every time that you were going to present something in class? We tend to tell you, hey, you need to be careful how you're dressed. Don't just come in a simple t-shirt. Don't just come without doing your hair. Dress for success. Look your best. Number 13, challenge negative thinking. Continue positive thinking. Your mind is very powerful and it's going to keep moving to the negative thinking. It gives you more stress. So you need to challenge those negative thinking. Number 14, if you still feel very bad, if you need to, express your fears to a friend. It's good to have a friend next to you, close to you. So if you feel that you are not overcoming the negative thinking from number 13, then talk to a friend. 15, review your cards. The cards that you prepare for positive thinking, the inspirational thoughts, review them and try to calm yourself down. Practice one more time before you speak. Go to the room early to ready equipment and your podium, to prepare the equipment and be the best prepared before it even starts. 18, exercise immediately before the talk to reduce adrenaline levels. And like I said, you can do some stretching or you can do some exercise for your mind. Yes, you can try those. Employ anxiety reduction techniques. You can look for them. Aerobic exercise, deep muscle relaxation, visualization strategies, deep rhythmic breathing. Like 4, it will be like, I inhale and I count to 4. And then I exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So with doing rhythmic breathing, we can actually relax our heart, relax our breath, and relax our brain. So that's a very good advice. Number 19, use the restroom immediately before the talk. You're feeling so nervous. Go to the restroom. Clean your body. And once you do that, you're ready. And of course, this is a very good advice. Take a glass of water to the talk. You will feel more confident when your throat is getting dry. Take your water with you and use it. Like what I'm doing right now, okay? Once the presentation starts, once you need to start talking, to start speaking, a positive experience stemming from careful preparation. When you have done all of those steps from 1 to 20, you should be good at the rest of this one. Interpret anxiety symptoms as excitement. When you start feeling those symptoms of anxiety, then automatically tell your brain, this is exciting. I'm actually presenting. I'm gonna do good, and so on. The next one, use the podium to practice grounding strategies. Touch the podium, touch it. So you can remind yourself that you are safely connected to the ground, which is firm and steady beneath your feet. Take a security blanket with you, a complete type version of your talk to only be used as a backup strategy. This one is so important because there are many times that we checked and we practiced, we did everything, but something happened. Your presentation is not showing. And then you start feeling the anxiety back again. So in order to not feel that, have always something prepared, a printout of all your slides, a guidance. So in that case that you cannot use the technology, you can always have your backup strategy. Next one, number 24, use tools to reduce audience attention on you. If you feel so tense because everybody's looking at you, then you can use the PowerPoint presentation, video film clips, handouts, show and tell objects to pass, and you're gonna feel better because not all the attention will be in yourselves, but also in the slides, in the objects, in everything that's happening around. But you need to be careful because you don't want them to get so distracted. And the final steps to advise you to reduce your anxiety will be get out of yourself, engage the audience. Engage the audience. Take a look at the audience, make questions, look at friendly faces in your audience. Use humor as needed, not always, but try to use some humor. And this is about preparation. You can prepare beforehand and then have some jokes, but you want to keep the jokes related to the topic, or if something is happening while you're speaking, you can just connect to that in a humor way, but then go back to the topic. You don't want to lose your audience. 28, use the room's physical space to your advantage. Walk around. I remember watching you presenting and you're always like glued to the floor. You don't want to move. I really don't know. You can walk around, move here, move there, move to the other side. And you will feel physically better when you walk around. Regulate. It's about regulating your voice. Speak clearly. Enunciate. Open your mouth. Do not mumble. Like, no. You need to open your mouth. You need to communicate in a better way. Slow down if necessary. When you feel like you're talking very fast, it's good to slow down, to speak slower. Lower your voice, speak from your diaphragm. Lower your voice and speak clearly. Project your voice. Use energy when you speak. You can also use that way. Try to keep going up and down. Use your energy for that. And of course, if you are going to include animation, you can use them, but try to regulate them. Use appropriate animation, appropriate to the topic and to the audience. You don't want to make trouble for that, okay? And so there are additional considerations. We're almost there, we're almost finishing. Additional considerations. Seek out public speaking opportunities. If you feel that you suffer from this phobia, you can overcome it. Seek for opportunities to reduce your fear. Consider using anti-anxiety medication. This is only for those who suffer very extremely, but that's also a solution. You can consider using some medication for this, but be careful. You need to have it looked it up by a doctor, by a physician. You cannot just prescribe yourself because this is very careful medication. So you need to have it prescribed from a physician. It needs to be prescribed. And try to do more public speaking. Gain experience while practicing makes perfect. You need to get experience, gain experience. How you're gonna do that? Practice. You need to consider all of these points to practice and keep on overcoming your fear. Like something that we think is that the fear is always going to be there because it's a phobia, but you can actually learn how to live with it, with any phobia. And the more that you practice all of these considerations, the best that you are going to start feeling with your anxiety. Okay, so this was taken from those two web pages. The topic for today was about public speaking anxiety, and I hope that you can overcome that fear. As expected, you can expect that after we upload this video to the YouTube page, you are going to have this video on your platform through Canvas, and you're going to have to answer some questions so that we can know that, and we can assure that you were paying attention, but also for those that were not present, there is no excuse to not come to class. So for both type of students, those of you who are here but not paying much attention, or that you couldn't understand everything, you can go back and watch the video once it's uploaded, and you're gonna have a task to complete, but not the whole week. I'm not gonna give you the whole week again. There's only gonna be one day for this. So, but one day starting from where the video gets uploaded. For example, if the video finishes uploading it by 2 p.m., then you're gonna have a day until tomorrow by 2 p.m. to complete this task. Why only a day? Because you're supposed to be here. And we have a schedule for classes. So 24 hours, and it's more than 24 hours. It's about like 30 hours. 30 hours to complete a task. So that should be enough. I'm gonna give you a few questions about this class, about this topic. And also I'm gonna ask you for your opinion of what we talk here. And you should be able to answer all of them and to give advice, to give more advice to yourself and to the rest of your classmates. Any questions?
Nope.
Okay, Carmen. So there might be no questions. No, Jasmine also says no, there is no questions. But let me just remind you that you are going to have only 2 tasks this week, but one is happening very fast. One is about this video conference, and the other one, you have a week to complete those the book section for productivity and for information technology that you're working with a couple. It's in pairs, okay? And so you have a week to complete that. And
I have a question.
yes, go ahead. Perfect.
Are the groups changing?
Well, yes and not.
Why?
Because some of the tasks that I'm gonna give you might be in couples, and some of them might be in trios, some of them might be in fourths. So yes, that will be a change of people.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And maybe because I'm considering, I never liked having the same couple with the next assignment. So yes, I might consider for another assignment with a couple with another person. That, for example, today you're working with Adriana, and maybe for the next couple assignment you are working with Alejandro. So
Okay.
it will depend of the task. But yes, because actually for a conversation to be helpful, I consider that it's better to keep changing the people. But maybe sometime you're gonna have to work back with these couples that you have today. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. You're very welcome. Thank you for asking. I'm really happy, and I get excited when I get someone talking. Good. Thank you. And so with that said, let me just remind you that we have finished unit number 1 with this topic when we talk about anxiety. And when public speaking. And then the next steps will be about grammar. There's a little bit of grammar for next week. So we're meeting in a sense like this for next week. We're gonna talk about some structure of the language. Some general structure, knowing that you already know lots of grammar. Remember that over here, we're not gonna teach you all of those basics because you already learned those basics. Good? So with that said, I'm glad to see you. Thanks God it's Friday, TGIF. We'll see each other next week. And if you have any questions, consider that we have the advising time every afternoon, 3 to 5. And you also have those 2 hours on Tuesday from 1 to 3 p.m. that you can contact me, or whenever you want to contact me, I'm here to answer to you. All right. Very glad to see you. Have a very nice weekend. We'll see each other later on. Take good care of yourself. Bye.
Bye.